What's going on? It's your boy Dalton from the Petrol List, and you know what? Give enough people super fast sedans and SUVs, and they find out what car enthusiasts have known for, I guess, since the beginning of car enthusiasm, and that is driving a fast car slow is boring. And driving a slow car fast feels heroic. And driving like a super fast car on the track is actually terrifying. And, you know, I think that is going into the news with the 718 Boxster and Cayman. Porsche had said that after the 2025 model year, both the Cayman and the Boxster were going to go all electric. Now, I'm sure that in order to entice people into buying those cars, they were going to make them super high horsepower. But I don't really know if that really matters. And I think Porsche is finding that out too, because the news that I have as of right now is that the EV conversion for these two cars has been delayed. And Porsche is saying that that is due to technical issues. I find that excuse to be just a little bit sus. And the reason is they've had the Taycan for years. And the Taycan, as far as electric vehicles goes, has been doing just fine. Now, the Taycan, as far as cars go, not quite as good. The Taycan's value has been depreciating faster than a bag of wet toilet paper.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I think the sales figures are down 50% over last year. And just overall, I think EV sales are down as well. Now, there might be some people in the comments or who will be like, no, the sales aren't down. EV sales are still growing. What I can say is that EV sales growth for sure. EV sales growth is for sure down. Now, I don't know the exact stat. Say they were gaining like 25%, year over year. Well, now they're gaining like, 12.5%. And I think that the Boxster and the Cayman, they're just too big of nameplates to mess with. The Taycan was a one-off experiment. It was a one-off model, and if things don't work for the Taycan, they can cancel that car. They can, retire, discontinue, whatever the word is that you want to use for that car. And within a couple of years' time, people will forget that that car ever even existed. Now, the difference with the Boxster is if you change it to EV, and it gets bad reviews, or people don't like it, or people don't buy it, then either you have to get rid of the Boxster, which has been around since 1996. That's almost 3 decades. Man, I'm old. But anyway, it's been around since 1996. You can't just cancel a car like that. The Porsche Boxster has been known for years as being, that name has been synonymous with sports car handling perfection. So you can't just get rid of that car if it flops as an EV. You have to convert it back to internal combustion, which means that you have to admit outwardly that you made the wrong decision and that electric vehicles are not, in fact, the future for every type of vehicle. Now, I'm sure they have their place. I personally do not want one, but I'm sure they have their place. And if you want one, more power to you. But when it comes to, engines and sports cars and all that kind of stuff, I want something I can work on. I want something with personality and character. And for the life of me, I don't see why anybody would really truly desire a sports car, an enthusiast car that has no snort, that has no fire, that has no gears, that has, well, really no engagement. Ford, interestingly, bet nameplate equity on the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Oh my gosh, I thought Ford was absolutely stupid for naming the Mach-E, the Mustang Mach-E, the Mustang Mach-E. I thought they could have just said the Mach-E and just, people would have been happy with it and all that kind of stuff, but instead they called it the Mustang Mach-E. It could have been a real-time experiment to see if the Mustang name was enough to pull the sales up. I remember when the Mustang Mach-E first came out, there were tons of them out here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I see so many less of those than I saw when they first came out, and I think people are just kind of trading them in, for something else. I see a lot of Eneos Grenadiers. That's something that I never thought I would see in Texas. But anyway, I see a lot of those. Texas likes their new cars, or at least Dallas-Fort Worth does. So anyway, Ford bet only name equity on the Mustang Mach-E. Porsche, like I said, gambled 0 on the Taycan. Dodge gambled both the Challenger and Charger. They gambled that the future was going to be all electric, and they gambled the Challenger Charger, which is their signature sports cars or muscle cars, whatever you want to call it. And right now the internet is not enjoying the idea of a twin turbo straight six in a Dodge Charger, and they're not enjoying the idea of an electric motor with fake noises in their Dodge Charger. And right now, the old V8s and the supercharged V8s are probably in their heyday right now. I'm sure people are like, oh my gosh, give me one of those. And as we know, Jaguar bet their entire company on an all-electric and some might say kind of weird, desperate-looking rebrand. People are already saying goodbye to Jaguar. So Jag bet their entire future. They bet their entire company on an all-electric future. And, meanwhile, Toyota, as I said, was it last week? Toyota has a 400 horsepower all-wheel drive mid-engine Celica coming out the very year that Porsche said that they were going to get rid of their most famous mid-engine cars. And a matter of fact, I think the Boxster and Cayman are pretty much the only affordable, brand new mid-engine cars on the market right now. And affordable it's a huge, I say that with a huge umbrella. The fact that I think you can still get into a new Boxster or Cayman. I mean, it might be the base model for under $60,000. Yeah, I guess that makes it affordable, given the fact that the average new car is right around the mid 40s. I think Porsche is hedging their bets. I think they're kind of waiting to see what the future brings. I think they're waiting to see how the Dodge Charger sells or doesn't sell. I think they're waiting to see how Jaguar fares with its rebrand. And I think that they're hesitant to give their mid-engine sports car market share over to Toyota. And Toyota, I'm telling you, they are probably just waiting like that. They're like, do it. Go all electric. Think of the future. Think of the climate. Do it, Porsche. Do it. Because, yeah, if that Celica is reasonably priced when it comes out, don't tell my wife, but I might buy one. I mean, it sounds like a really, really desirable car. But yeah, anyway, that's it. That's car news. Mondays are still going to be Formula One videos, but I think I'm going to really try to add 2 videos to the channel per week. One is going to be some kind of car news or car interview or car show footage, and the other one is going to be Formula One, because I cannot deny the fact that people somehow, for some reason, like to hear me talk about cars. I'm so used to my dear wife, and I love my wife. I'm so used to her, like, her eyes kind of glazing over when I start talking about cars. So, and then, with the car news, like, everything has been kind of depressing. Well, now it's exciting again, because people are talking about sports cars in the way that sports cars should be talked about. What's engaging? What do people want? And that is exciting. I just hope they start bringing back true lightweight sports sedans. I hope they bring those back. That would be so cool. All right, rambling. This has been the Petrol List. I have been Dalton, and you have been great. Thanks again for watching, and thanks again to all of the new subscribers. Keep it coming. I'm going to keep these videos getting produced. All right, I'm out.